Hello, everyone. Chicago Lux Driver here. Um, I have become extremely disappointed by the rideshare community. It has completely plunged into darkness. Do you think that this is on purpose? I think it is. While what I call the drone mentality affects 99.9% of the population, the outside observers, such as myself, sees it as an opportunity to further increase my business. For example, I I picked up a private client from a festival a few hours ago, well, like 4 or 5 hours ago. No, 4 hours ago, and took him back. And on the way there, we saw about maybe four, five, six, seven livery trucks, uh, running red lights, blowing stop signs, just being completely reckless and wild. And all the while, we're like, what the hell are they doing? And I'm like, that's an app driver. This is why that you reserve the ride with me, so that you don't have to deal with those drivers. Because that's what you would have gotten, most likely, if you had requested an Uber Black ride. And they're like, you know what? You're right. Good thing I don't have to deal with that anymore, because I have you. So, I just, just from that, I pretty much now have a permanent local private client that will regularly need rides. And, you know, um, I remember saying this a couple times now. And, really, you need to separate yourselves from all this bullshit that's going on here. Talking about getting out of writing and it's not worth it and it's no money. Well, it's no money because you're doing what everyone else is doing. See, it takes a lot of sacrifice or a lot of luck to be able to succeed in this business, especially in the livery business, which is really where the end game is. You know, it's you should always want to you should always want to find a way to better yourselves. And you know, if all you want to do is complain about how bad it is, and that's all you want to do, this isn't a channel for you. I'm sorry to say. I'm not doing this for subscriber count. I'm doing this for the 1% that wants to learn how to really succeed in becoming a professional driver. Even in markets like South Florida, I see opportunity everywhere. I think if I were in South Florida, I'd do just fine. There's a lot of money in South Florida. There's a lot of money in Chicago. Even more money in LA and New York. All the major cities, all the cities. In Denver, there's money there. Now, obviously, some cities are going to have more money than others, but at the end of the day, um, if you're in a remote area, you can still make relatively decent money. Like I have where my parents live. There's this guy who um, all he does is just give rides to people in the community. It's a very large community, and then he takes them to Disney or to the airport, and his rates are cheap. Relatively cheap. But you know what? He makes enough to support a living and not have to worry about sitting there for 6 hours for a ride. Because all he does is just goes off his schedule. Oh, I'm picking up Janice at 3, taking her to the airport. I'm picking up Steve at 5, taking him from the airport back to the community. That schedule is extremely valuable. Even if it means that you might have to make slightly less, the ability to schedule is more valuable than that. Again, I'm kind of going all over the place. My apologies, but I'm just honestly, frankly, tired of saying this stuff, and I've really decided just to distance myself from it all, and kind of shed light into what the private game can be if you really want to be the best that you can be at it. And if you don't get anything out of this video, at least take this. The number one way to acquire a private client is to act yourself. Drive well. I don't wear suits. Hell, 95% of the time, I don't even wear a button-down long-sleeve shirt. I'm pretty much most of the time in a golf polo and golf pants and tennis shoes. I mean, black tennis shoes, but in tennis shoes. And you know what? I haven't had a single complaint from people that I care about. Never gonna. Oh, why don't you dress right? No, never. So you want to know what people really care about? Yes, they do care that you look presentable. I mean, obviously, you know, the CEO is not going to want to be picked up by a driver wearing a freaking Star Wars T-shirt or something. But as long as you look presentable enough, that's all that matters. What else matters is your attention to detail. Keeping the vehicle clean, keeping it well maintained. And then, of course, probably the most valuable thing is really knowing your city and everything around it. Oh, hey, if you're in town for a few days, hey, there's this venue going on, and this person's playing. Oh, really? Wow, I haven't seen them in a long time. Can you drive me over there when he plays? You just presented yourself with another opportunity for a ride. It's this the rideshare game is not a means to an end, and a lot of people think it is. A lot of people want it to be. It's never going to be. From the very beginning, I've treated ride sharing as a part time side gig. And that's all it is. That's all it should be. If you're trying to work on the apps full time, you are doing it wrong. I'm sorry. This is not something that you can do full time. It's way too inconsistent. But, obviously the apps encourage that behavior with their, 120 quests and 120 rides in 4 days. You make like an extra $200. Oh, it's so much money. No. No, don't do that. This is how you have hundreds and thousands of people just mindlessly working for cents. It's a disappointment. But, you know, if only one person gets any information out of this video, it will have been worth it for me. But I already know that 99.9999% of people who watch this video won't get anything out of it. And that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Just remember, there's opportunities waiting for you everywhere. Everyone has a different style of doing things. Me? I just let it happen naturally. I've recently have gone through and experienced all of the touristy destinations and activities here in the cities, and that I can be more knowledgeable of the area and give my own recommendations. And believe me, that has immediately presented itself with great tips and, more and more private clients. Even if it's just for one ride. You know what? I had someone come in the city, and I'd never messaged this individual, but they messaged me. It's like, hey, can you take me to the airport at 5 p.m.? I was like, I don't recognize the number. Who is this? Oh, well, you drove my, you drove my manager, and I'm the CEO of the company. Can you meet me here? Of course, no problem. How it goes. Word of mouth. Much better than advertising. I will never advertise on Instagram or Facebook. This isn't the kind of business where that works. Sure, you might get someone once in a while, but 99% of the people that will message you, you don't want them, and you feel that you must take it because you have to take everything. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's. I've gotten mixed feelings about private driving. And ultimately, at the end of the day, even with how well I'm doing, I am planning on going back to doing this part time. It's not sustainable. It's really not. Some days, absolute ass. Some days, like tonight, one of my top 3 nights of all time for private driving, or just driving in general. It comes out of nowhere. It comes with a message, hey, I'm leaving for the airport, can you meet me at this time? Great. Right after that, oh, hey, I need to go to this concert, can you drop me off there? Okay, no problem. You drive someone to an area, or like, oh, hey, I need to be picked up here, and I notice I'm going to be here. Well, I charge this amount. It's out of the way, and oh well, you can't stay in the area. Nope, I can't stay in this area. This area is way too far out. I'd be sitting here doing nothing. I stuck to my guns. I offered them a price that I thought was fair for my time and distance, and they took it. No problem. Now, I have him as a regular. It's There's so many nuances to this business. Like I have a private client that I know, likes coffee a specific way, and I have notes written down for them, for that specific person, what kind of coffee they like, and every time I pick them up, I have it ready for them. They don't even have to ask. I don't even have to, I don't even ask them to pay. I just do it. You know, and it's things like that will grow on somebody. Your attention to detail, and that's believe me. If I didn't see any potential in doing this, do you really think that I'd be renting a Navigator right now? No, I wouldn't. Although, starting Monday, I am switching to a an Expedition. But for me, I'm pretty much at the stage and point where I no longer need the vehicle to impress. While yes, there are some people who like their ego stroked, and all they care about is Navigator and Escalade. A lot of the times, those people are just in and out, and you know, I gotta step down. Some weeks I'll make less than 2,000. Other weeks I'll make 5,000. I can't rely on that. I already know what's gonna happen in winter, which is why I am downgrading to an Expedition, where I'm currently paying $800 a week to rent the Navigator from a fleet owner. Starting on Monday with the Expedition, it'll be $700. But starting October, that price will go down to $600 a week, which is what most fleet owners in this area would charge for a used SUV, like 2019, 2018, and I'm getting a 2023 fully optioned out Expedition. So, it's a good deal. Anyways, if you have any questions or any ideas or anything that you want me to talk about, please put it in the comments. Give me direction. Let me help you. Now, of course, there are some things that I can't talk about on YouTube videos, because I still do offer my private lessons, $100 for a 1-hour session. Believe me, it is a amazing investment. Doesn't matter where you are. There's something that I can do for you. Whether it's pointing you in the right direction, helping you learn about hotspots and how to figure out hotspots, learning how to talk to high wealth individuals, CEOs, finance bros, learning how to tolerate things that you would not normally tolerate. You know, like the people I picked up last night or a few hours ago, they were blasting music the entire time. But you know what? I was getting paid really well, so I was fine with it. So again, until I get people asking me to make videos about certain things, these are the videos that I'm going to be coming out with. It's just me just doing random rants, talking about different things. But then again, this is what I do. So, anyways, um, yeah. Hope you guys make it out there, and I'll see you in the next one.